I am Flavio Il Meeple con la Camicia and welcome to this new episode where I'm going to talk about Steamopolis, which I really appreciate they sent me a copy. Now I'm going to talk about how it works without going through all the rules, and then I will tell you what I think. In this game we are trying to prove our self-worth of being the new mayor, so we are flying with our zeppelins through all the city trying to convince the people. But basically we are trying to power up our zeppelins with the steam, with all the machines we can acquire, trying to move these passengers around and build these flags to score a lot of points. The game will end when 3 of these statues have been built, or when the stacks of passengers runs out. Every player has a zeppelin. These zeppelins are really cool. First of all, everyone has one of these tiles that it's basically a personal power, and everyone has these tokens that are used to build the pressure on these zeppelins. In fact, one of the actions you can do in your turn is build the pressure, which means check how many icon pressures you have on your board and move your markers in this way, building up the pressure. Another thing you can do is release the pressure, which means moving these tokens through the machines you have built in your zeppelin, activate the machines and take bonuses, resources, store the resources, and then you can send these workers basically in the city exactly where the token has stopped, because on your player board you have these numbers. And these numbers refers to the levels of the city, which means if this marker is on the level 2, you can send these workers in the level 2 or lower. When you send a worker to the city, you may do the action or buy one of these machines. When you buy a machine, you pay the cost and you place the machine in your zeppelin, or you can flip it and install the banner on your zeppelin. This will score you points, basically. You can also take the passenger, but you have to deliver the passenger where he wants to go, and this tile shows where the passenger wants to go. Once the passenger is delivered, you can take the bonus. There are lots of action you can do in this game, like also send the spy bots to the machines on the other zeppelins to basically copy their actions. Or you can power up your pressure machines buying these tokens, because these tokens go on your player board on the same number, and when you build pressure, basically you jump these spaces. In this way you are building your pressure faster. When you buy machines or flags, eventually these rows will empty, and the statues are built and placed here on the top of the city. When 3 statues are built, as I said, the game will end. Who got the most points is the winner. Or the game will end when the stack of passengers will be emptied out. And now I will tell you what I think about this game, following my personal chart of things a game should have, starting with the good components. As you can see, there are really good components. The cardboard is sturdy, the wood components are quite nice, the resources are really nice. Totally unnecessary resource trays, but you know, it's a nice touch. These are crystals, and we have cogs right here. And I really love the art. I love the steampunk theme, you know, even if there is not so much theme. And speaking of theme, theme tied to the mechanics. Here the mechanics are really interesting, because the fact that you build the pressure and you release the pressure to activate your machines, but you have to be aware where you want to send workers, because you have to really think hard where you want to send your workers and what you want to do during your turn before releasing the pressure. And obviously you have to build these machines in strategic places. So there is a lot of thinking in this game, not too much, you know, a fair amount. And I really like the mechanics. The theme, there is not so much theme in this game, but the art is really cool. I really love these zeppelins, and I really love the way the city looks. And I mean, look at this first player token. It's really, really nice. This game is too sandbox? Well, not really. You have plenty of things to do straight away. There are lots of action spaces, lots of machines to buy. Obviously, you have to build your pressure to go to the higher spaces. But to sandbox, nah, I don't think. Also because these flags that gives you points for the machines you build in your Zeppelin are obviously the most valuable. So you are constantly trying to take those flags. If someone doesn't know that these flags are really valuable, it is not fair. So when you teach this game, trying to point that out. Is this game suitable for all kinds of experiences? Well, an experienced player has a lot of advantages. You know which machines to buy, where to place it, how to build pressure, and which flag is more important. So screaming ahead with points could be frustrating for a newcoming player. A comprehensible rulebook, reference sheets, and clear symbols. The rulebook is, quite good. Not so good when you're trying to find a rule that you forgot. There are reference sheets, and they are really useful. There are also the symbols here. There is a reference sheet for all the action spaces, all the abilities of the players, all the machines. That is really useful. What I don't like of this reference sheet is that it's not so easy to try to understand, okay, these action spaces is this one. You're constantly trying to find out where the action spaces is written. They could have done this better. Randomness balanced to determinism. This game is absolutely deterministic. Nothing changes during the game. Yes, the machines are flipped over when you buy one, so you will never know what you will find behind these flags. They are kinda samey, so these are not swinging things over. So this is obviously a strategic game. I love when a game adds some kind of randomness. A randomness that I can control. Learning curve. Well, this game is easy to learn. I mean, once you've got how your airship works, how your Zeppelin works, the all steam thing, the releasing steam, how to send workers, all will be really easy. Interaction. There is a bit of interaction in this game. It's a worker placement game, so when I place my worker on a space, that space is blocked. And there is a race to take these machines and also the flags, in particular these flags. There is a good amount of interaction, and I liked the interaction in this game. And finally, setup variability. All those machines and those flags are randomly placed on the board, and these are randomly assigned. And that's all the variability we have in this game. It seems a lot, but it's not. Because the flags and machines, as I told you, they are kinda samey. Finally, what I think about this game. Well, I absolutely love the mechanics that goes around your Zeppelin. The building pressure, releasing, activating machines, buying machines to power up my actions. I absolutely love this concept. I really love the art, and I wish there was more variability during the game and at setup. But in the end, I liked this game. And that's it. So, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will answer as soon as I can. I am Flavio, Il Meeple con la camicia, and see you next time.